Bismillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamu alaikum, Husna. So we've done a good review of the 5 fragments, the mudaf mudaf ilayh, we've done the Mawsoof Sifah, we've done the jar majroor, we've done the ismul ishara, the harf nasab and its victim, ismul ishara musharun ilayh, right? We've done these. There are 2 things that I want you to know that are more complicated about the Mawsoof Sifah. One thing is about Mawsoof Sifah and the other thing is about ismul ishara and musharun ilayh. Okay, so we're gonna, today at least, I'm gonna share something with you about the Mawsoof and the Sifah that's a little more complicated than what you originally learned. So I'll start with what you learned originally. If I, for example, say faslun, or if I say halaqatun, tawilatun, that means a long session. A long steady circle, a long session. You got it? 4 properties match. That's a simple example of Mawsoof and Sifah. Okay, now the question is, the complication that I want to teach you about is, if I say the long beard of my grandpa.
Okay.
Now we're not going to write the Arabic yet, but I want you to understand what's happening in the grammar. Long is obviously a sifa of what?
Beard.
Of beard, which is a mawsoof. Yes? But beard is also a mudaf.
And
right?
grandpa is a mudaf ilayh.
Very good.
And grandpa is a mudaf, right?
And then grandpa is also a mudaf, and then my is a mudaf ilayh. So there's a lot going on here, right? Now I want you to remember the phrase, the long beard of my grandpa.
Okay.
Beard is lihyatun. I'll give you the words. Remember, when you have a long piece like that, the first thing to think about is the mudaf ilayh.
Okay.
So beard of my grandpa. Forget about long. Forget about the adjective. Do you remember that the adjectives can wait? Like adjectives, Sifah doesn't have to be right after the Mawsoof.
Yeah.
But do you also remember that the mudaf has to be right after the mudaf ilayh? Right? So you have to solve what has to be next to each other first, which is why we're going to even pretend the long doesn't even exist.
Okay.
Okay? So now, lihya, sorry, lihyatu, I'm making it a mudaf because it's beard.
Okay.
Jadd is grandfather. How do you say my grandfather?
Jaddi.
Lihyatu jaddi. Now, what word is missing? Long.
Tawil.
Right? Now, what is long describing? Is it describing me? Is it describing grandpa? Or is it describing beard?
Beard.
Okay. What do you know about the Mawsoof and the Sifah?
They have to match in the same 4 properties.
So now you're going to write the word long, which is tawil, right? I'll write the word tawil here.
Tawilatu.
But I want to match it in how many properties?
4.
4. So what should the status be?
Rafa.
Okay, so I'm going to make it rafa. Actually, I'll make it, because normally a word should be heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next property that should match?
Number.
Sure, it's singular already, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So rafa matches and singular matches. What else is a quality of lihya?
Gender.
What's the gender of lihya?
Feminine.
And what's the gender of tawil right now?
Masculine.
So it doesn't match right now.
So I need to change it to feminine.
So I'm going to take tawilun and make it what?
Tawilatun.
Tawilatun. Okay, so now I am matching it with number and gender and status.
Status.
Is that it? Or do I have to match it with another property?
Type.
What's the type of lihya?
Common.
A mudaf is common if the mudaf ilayh is common. A mudaf is proper if the mudaf is proper. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so lihya, I don't know if it's proper or common. I would have to ask Jadd.
Okay.
But Jadd wouldn't know if it's proper or common because it would have to ask E.
E.
E is a pronoun, which means it is.
Nasab or jar?
No. Status, type-wise.
It's proper.
Which makes Jadd proper. which makes lihya,
Proper.
which means I have to make tawila.
Proper.
How do I do that?
At-tawila.
But if I put al, what has to go?
The tanween.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, my first question is, how come this one has al and this one doesn't have al? How come lihya doesn't have al and tawil does?
Well, lihya, we already know that it's proper.
No, that's not a good enough reason. Think of another better reason.
I don't know.
I mean, I did say the long beard of my grandfather, so why not put an al on it?
Because,
The answer is right there on the screen.
it is.
What is the role of lihya
It's.
in grammar?
What do you mean? Like,
What's it doing there?
it's telling what my grandfather has.
Yeah, but in grammar, chicken,
What does that mean?
what is the relationship between lihya and jad?
Oh, lihya.
You're not thinking.
Oh, lihya and jad is a mudaf and a mudaf ilayh.
Okay, so tell me why I can't put al on lihya?
Because it's a mudaf.
That was a pretty easy answer,
Yeah.
except when your brain's not here, it's traveling somewhere spiritually. Is it back? Is it back?
I think so.
Okay, so lihya doesn't have al because it can't have al.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't mean that it's not proper.
Mm-hmm.
It's still proper because its mudaf ilayh is proper. But al on tawila, you have to put al because there's no other way to tell that it's going to be proper.
Proper, yeah.
Okay? So now, my other question is, why can't I just put at-tawila right after lihya? Like lihyatu at-tawilatu jaddi.
That just means long beard grandpa. My grandpa.
Give me a good grammatical reason. Why
Um,
can't I put
Oh,
the
because
adjective?
the mudaf and mudaf ilayh have to be right next to each other.
That's right. Nothing can come over here, right? Nothing can come over here. Nothing can come over here. The only space you can get is over here,
Mm-hmm.
because nothing comes between mudaf and mudaf ilayh. Okay, so now think about this. We're gonna do one little exercise more. The forgiving, or the
Yummy.
let's just say kind. The kind messenger of Allah. Write that down.
Okay.
Write it on that blank page, yeah. And the messenger of the kind Allah. My handwriting keeps getting better and better.
I know. Okay.
The kind messenger of Allah and the messenger of the kind Allah. We'll use the word ra'uf for kind this time. The word is ra'uf. It's written like this. Okay?
Okay.
Now, in both cases, is there an adjective?
Yeah.
Who's the adjective describing in the first case?
The messenger.
Who's the adjective describing in the second case?
Allah.
Good. Do both of these cases have a mudaf ilayh?
Yeah.
What do we solve first? If you have a fragment that has both mudaf ilayh and jar majroor, what do we go after first?
Mudaf mudaf ilayh.
That's correct. So in the first case, the kind messenger of Allah, really what we have to solve in Arabic is what? The messenger of Allah.
Messenger.
So can you tell me messenger of Allah? That's pretty easy.
Rasulullah.
You with me? Now what's time? Time to add what?
Kind.
Kind. Who's kind describing?
Rasul.
which means the word kind should have the same 4 properties as the word Rasul.
Rasul.
So I'm going to write the word Ra'uf here. Maybe I get more space up here, down here. And I want to make sure this Ra'uf has the same 4 properties as Rasul, yes? So help me out. What should be the status?
Rafa.
Okay, so I'm going to make it Ra'ufun. I put tanween because normally a word should be heavy. Right? Now let's work through it. That's one's property.
Okay.
Status is done.
Number.
They're both singular, so that's okay. Gender.
Both masculine.
So that's okay too already.
Yeah.
What's the last property?
Type. So you have to put an L on the Ra'uf
Why?
because,
There's no al on Rasul.
but it's proper because the word Allah is proper.
That's correct. So you would read this all together as what?
Rasulullah Ra'ufun or Ra'uf.
Ra'u.
Ra'ufu.
Good. Say that again, the whole thing?
Rasulullah Ra'ufu.
Good. Okay. That's how you do the first one. What was the second one? The messenger of the
kind Allah.
Which of those words has to wait till the end?
The messenger. Kind.
Good. So I'm going to put Ra'uf at the end again.
Okay.
But this time Ra'uf is not talking about the messenger. This time Ra'uf is talking about Allah. Right?
Okay.
Okay. Now the word Ra'uf is talking about Allah.
Allah.
So how do we match it with the word Allah? Status?
Status is jar.
Then what? Number is singular. That's already there. Gender is singular. That's already there. Type?
Type is proper.
So what should I do?
Put an L.
And when you put al, you get rid of
The tanween.
the tanween, you put a single haraka. Rasulullah Ra'ufi.
Okay.
So compare the two in Arabic. Say them.
Okay, Rasulullah Ra'ufu means that the messenger is kind.
The kind messenger of Allah.
And Rasulullah Ra'ufi means the messenger of the kind Allah.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Yes.
So it's about matching with the right. Is it talking about the mudaf or is it talking about the mudaf ilayh? That is only determined by if you can match the property correctly.
Okay.
Okay? You know, we read
Rabb as-samawat
رب السماوات
wal-ardi
والأرض وما بينهما
Okay.
وما بينهما الرحمن. Does it sound familiar?
Yeah.
لا يملكون منه خطابا.
Surah An-Naba.
Right.
Right.
Now, look at Rabbi. It's a mudaf of as-samawati. And then as-samawati and al-ardi are together because there's a wa. And then al-ardi and wama baynahuma is together because there's a wa. Then there's the word ar-Rahmani. Ar-Rahmani has the same 4 properties as Rabbi.
Okay.
You see it? Rabbi is jar, Ar-Rahmani is jar. Rabbi is singular, Ar-Rahmani is singular. Rabbi is masculine, Ar-Rahmani is masculine. Rabbi is proper because it's mudaf ilayh is proper. Ar-Rahmani is proper because al on it. Actually, Ar-Rahmani there is an adjective of Rabb, all the way down, because it can't be right next to it. The Rahman Rabb, the excessively loving and caring Rabb. لا يملكون منه خطابا. You get it? Okay, so that's a little additional small lesson I wanted to give you about complicated Mawsoof and Sifah. Good job. Hopefully you get it. We'll do some more exercises. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.